Welcome to Waiting on the Trade, a comics book club for people who can't keep up with monthly comics. I'm Matt Ledger.
I'm Patrick Fitzgerald Fleck.
And I'm Tyler Marifke.
This month, we're talking about the first volume of writer Ryan North's Fantastic Four run. Yep, it's true, Pat. With pencils by Humberto Ramos, inks by Victor Olazaba and Ramos, colors by Edgar Delgado, and letters by Travis Lanham and Joe Caramagna. You know it's a Big Two comic when you have to say 6 names before you get out of the intro. Now, in case you need a refresher, this volume of Fantastic Four starts with a 3-part One World Under Doom tie-in, which is what all good Volume 1s should do. It then returns to North's seemingly preferred style of done-in-one stories, focusing on Alicia Grimm Masters, Sue Storm, and The Black Cat. Tyler, welcome back to the podcast.
Hey, it's good to be back.
Glad to have you.
I hope so. I hope so.
Yeah, no, you're feeling skittish about because you were allowed to make a choice about what book to read this month, so we let you have that power again.
It hasn't happened since, I don't know, a little comic called Rogue and Gambit Ring of Fire. That was the last time I got to pick, and we all know how that turned out.
I mean, to be honest, Tyler, I don't know if you know this, but that is the highest downloaded episode of this podcast, so...
People like hearing people dunk on stuff, honestly.
I don't know what there's some magic there. Yeah.
I feel like that was our longest episode that we ever recorded together, and B, we were just mean the whole time. There was very little that we said good about that one. So when you messaged me about doing this, and I said, "Ooh, I get to pick this time," I was very scared. And
I do also like how you're like, oh, you forced me to read books. We picked books by Jason Aaron for you, and one of them starred the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like, no one's forcing you to do anything you don't want to do here, Tyler.
You're right. There was no gun to my head or anything like that. I was not tied to a chair with a light shining in my eyes, going, "Listen here, buddy. This is what you're reading this time." No, and you guys have picked nothing but winners for me over the years. So. I was a little nervous about this one, let's just say.
Yeah, and we had, I don't remember what the second choice was now, but we threw
Guardians of the Galaxy. It was the
that's right.
The Old West Guardians, like when they had to go find Groot.
Yeah, the Jackson Lansing and Colin Kelly run, which was quite short from what I remember, but I think I liked it of what I read of it. Anyways, but Pat picked the Fantastic Four, so really anything that happens here is on Pat, so it's not on you, Tyler.
Excellent.
Good. Yes.
I get to deflect it all towards Pat.
So, specifically what I wanted to talk about here is the fact
Johnny's
that you picked...
mustache. No.
Okay, we are going to talk about Johnny's mustache. We'll get there. But I wanted to talk about the fact that Tyler very rightfully, correctly, found a book that is Fantastic Four Volume 1. It's the most recent Fantastic Four Volume 1. It came out less than 2 weeks ago as we're recording this.
We're so timely.
Timely. It is actually issue 34 of Ryan North's run, in my mind at least. This is not... It's not a good Volume 1. Whether it's a good or bad comic book, we'll get to. But, it's an event tie-in comic that starts in the middle of the event. It references, and Pat's going to get on this because I already saw it in his notes, it references previous events from the prior Ryan North run. It does not go in a different direction. It's not doing anything notably different. Like I said in the intro, it gets back to the preferred style of done-in-one kind of Star Trek-y, in my mind, stories pretty fast. I don't know why this is a Volume 1. I don't understand it. And I'm curious if you guys struggled getting into this one for that reason. Or if I'm wrong. if it was oh yeah, this really felt like an issue 1 and everyone got the time they deserved, and this is a great starting point for the Fantastic Four.
Well, Tyler, how did you pick of the two? How did you come about to want to read this one?
I was hoping it was a good starting point to get back into Fantastic Four. So I love the idea of the Fantastic Four. I was first getting into comics back as a young lad when I wasn't allowed to buy Ghost Rider comics. My dad would always say, "Go buy Fantastic Four or Incredible Hulk." Is basically what he would let me buy, and I would buy Fantastic Four stuff here and there, but it was never like full runs of stories or whatever, which was fine because most Fantastic Four stories kind of took care of themselves in an issue. But Matt is very dead on. Like, it was weird. It was weird to get like to jump into the middle of a fight, which happens in comics and stuff. But I have no idea why he's Emperor Doom. I have no idea why he's wearing Doctor Strange's cloak. I don't know what's going on here, and but that's the main reason why I picked this one. And between this and the Guardians run that we were going to look at, I thought, boy, this is just coming out. This is brand new. I wonder what's going on with modern day Fantastic Four as opposed to the old
To be honest,
school.
that is exactly why I picked this over the Guardians, because I read synopses and it's like, oh well, the Guardians seems to be in the middle of something, but this is volume one.
That
Yeah,
Guardians book was also a
surely.
volume one.
Surely,
Well,
Marvel
and again,
to
like
me again, those
Yeah,
stones,
like
those.
like Pat said, like I too with the Guardians, it was volume one, right? But it was like tail end. This all just happened. Now you're kind of catching the tail end of it, and we're gonna get a story from it or whatever.
Yeah,
Where this one had nothing about that in the.
it read
and
like,
so it was
oh,
like,
it's a reset. We're starting with a new adventure.
yeah, yeah.
What if it's
so-
worse than that? It's a part of an event tie instead. It's not
No,
even
it's
like
the thing. It's the exact opposite thing that you're trying to avoid, actually.
Yeah.
so. Part of so I could have corrected us, right? Like when we were picking the book, I thought about kicking us back to the first Ryan North volume one. I really thought about it because like that volume one, the first issue of that is actually a good volume one first issue in my mind. Like I have read it. It is good. It's a good introduction. Like the start of this, like the Ryan North run ramps you up to like I think the first issue is from Ben's perspective, and then it's Johnny, and then it's Sue, and then it's Reed. Um, so like it very slowly reintroduces you to the characters. The kids are kind of off the board for a bit, and that's by design so that you can focus on the main four before they come back. Like it does all the things that like make sense to like ramp someone into the Fantastic Four as a book where it is now, in a way that this book does none of it. It's just like
So it's your
okay.
fault. I'm pushing the blame back to you,
That's
Matthew.
fair.
You
Well, like,
purposely did this.
I wanted to talk about this. Like, this is part of like what I wanted to talk about is like, what the hell, Marvel? Like, I think Squirrel Girl, which also a Ryan North series, had like 3 issue ones within the span of 1.5 years. It's like, what are we doing, guys? Like,
This is
doesn't
peak.
make-
This is peak. All new Marvel. All new Marvel. Marvel #1. Like that whole fiasco back in what was that? Like 2012 or 2013, whatever that was. When every year it was like a relaunch and everything was a #1, but none of it was a #1. Like it was all
Yeah.
like yeah. Oh, by the way, that universe died, so we're gonna start over or whatever. Like it was constant rebooting, and that kind of feels the same way with this one, where it was like, yeah, let's throw a #1 on it and see how many we can sell.
Yeah, and like it is a big change in artists. Like Humberto Ramos is a big name artist, so getting him onto this book is a big draw, and like maybe that kind of pushes you in the direction of doing a new #1. I think you could have just marketed it as like, hey, here's our One World Under Doom tie-in, and we're changing artists, and like this is issue 34, because like I think there's 6 volumes of the previous run. Like this being volume 7, I think would be fine. I really feel like any uptick in sales they got is not worth the potential confusion of someone going into a store and doing exactly what Tyler did, which is like, hey, here's volume 1, but it's actually volume 7. Like, and actual volume 1 of this series is a good place to start, whereas this one, like, is fine. I did not have any problems reading this book, but, like, I would rather you probably start at the beginning of the Ryan North run, even though the art here I think is better. Yeah, so it's on me. It's on me, guys. I did it to us, but I did it for a reason because I wanted to talk about this specific thing where it's just like, what are we doing here?
The weight off of my shoulders. My God. Oh, this is officially the greatest episode that I have ever recorded where I picked the book. Let's just put that out there right now.
You've gone from potentially 100% of the blame to definitely 0% of the blame if there's any blame to be had. That is for sure.
It's the greatest day of my life here, fellas.
I just wanted to read a good comic book, Matthew.
I still think it's good overall. I think it has issues. We'll talk about it, but like I still think overall it's good and enjoyable. Do you disagree, Pat? You're welcome to, by the way. That's what podcasting is for.
I think it was okay.
Yeah, I agree with you actually. When I say good, I mean like it was a superhero.
It's no
comic
Ring of
book.
Fire.
Sorry,
It's no
fantastic.
Ring of Fire. We'll put it
That's
that way.
true. Yeah, right. Like, but yeah, it has to get over a whole bunch of hurdles that are like self-imposed by starting when and how it does, and then it also at the same time doesn't do any of the stuff to ramp you up to the current situation that I would expect a volume 1 to do. So like again, what are we doing here? Why are we slapping volume 1 issue 1 on this when like it clearly isn't, and like no one's interested in doing it that way either. Like, yeah, I don't know. We should probably start with the first story. I'm really tempted to just ask Pat to tell me about the fact that he doesn't know anything about all these children because I'm waiting for that complaint to come.
Who are they? Why do I care about them?
You don't know and you don't yet, I think is a valid answer, honestly.
Cool. I don't even know whose parents they are. Like,
yeah,
in my
no one,
notes, I get confused about who's the parents, who
no
belongs
one's
to who.
introduced. Yeah. We should talk about the 3-part Doom story first, because I feel like that's kind of the
meat and potatoes.
I mean, it's that, but it's also like the hardest the book tries to be a volume 1 is like we're going back to the core 4 characters. Sue kind of introduces everyone, and then they're fighting Doctor Doom. And like, how much do you need to know about how and why they're fighting Doctor Doom? Like, they're fighting Doctor Doom. It's what they do. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't, and I completely breezed over. It's like, oh, okay, Doom. They're fighting Doom because that's what they do. They fight Doom.
Yeah, it was either Doom was going to show up or Galactus on page 1, right? Like, you're like, yeah, yeah, maybe Mole Man, maybe Giganto for fun. You know, yeah, let's bring him back for an issue, but Doom makes sense. Now, why he's Lord Doom or not Dr.
Emperor Doom, yeah.
Emperor Doom.
I assume it is the Sorcerer Supreme for reasons?
Yeah, you cool. Summed it up. You're good.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say, so you nailed it.
Cool. Good for him.
Yeah, it is. It's a nice step up. Good job, guy.
You got to diversify your income streams, and he understands that.
You mean his portfolio of investments as a doctor wasn't
being Emperor of Earth doesn't work out, he can fall back on Sorcerer Supreme. He still has
that. Yeah, I think
401k is still I'm sure
economy's tough for everybody out there, you know?
It's rough. I get it.
Latveria is not immune.
No.
Victor Von Doom goes his way. Yeah.
So how did you guys feel about this story overall? We've talked a little bit about the jumping into it and how that's a little off-putting, but if we jump over that hurdle a little bit to like, okay, the FF's here, they're fighting Doom. Doom sends them off to various points in time, right? So like that's kind of where we pick things up. How do we feel about that?
So for me, I thought it was a little strange that again, this is supposed to be a jumping on point of the Fantastic Four. The first thing they do is separate the Fantastic Four, and throw them in all these different places. Don't get me wrong, I really like the page where it's like the title page, the Uncommon Era. I like the reactions of all 4 of them. I think that part's great. Like it's just a fun page. with Sue going, "What the?" and Johnny, "Oh crap," and Ben Grimm wondering why he can't fly, and Reed just being like, "Oh, cool, this is neat." Like, I think it kind of gives some character to each of them in like that short spell. But I just thought it was a little strange that the first thing you want to do is split them up. That didn't make sense to me if this is going to be a number one. Obviously, per our discussion, we know it's not an actual number one. But why would you make that decision as a publisher to make this your number one and then split them all up?
I mean, potentially to introduce people to each character as opposed to like the Fantastic Four as a thing. Like, I can kind of see the logic in that a little bit.
But then here's my problem. They don't really do that. They kind of do. Like, they're like, yeah, okay.
The only one they spend time with is Sue, right?
Yeah, it's very much Sue. Yeah,
Yeah.
which I was reading some stuff online just of like, because I haven't kept up with the entire Ryan North run of like what's going on, and people are like, yeah, he really likes Sue. He really likes to focus on Sue. It's like, yeah, I mean, I don't mind that personally, but I get where like there was one very, very strongly worded post about like Ben Grimm not being powerful of all the like power scaling stuff. It's like, okay, I don't have any time for this, but yeah. Apparently Ryan North focusing on Sue. How terrible. It's not like she was backburnered for decades of Fantastic Four comics and deserves it.
Deserves her spot in the spotlight for sure. Yeah, I'm sure people were all mad about, and I'm the leader of the Fantastic Four.
I did actually ping that one in my notes because I was like, huh, that's a new development. I was like, I don't mind it, but it was like, this is kind of like, I mean, Reed's got other stuff going on, so it's fine, but like, it's kind of part of Reed's whole deal. I feel like that he's the...
Yeah, was kind of the go-to de facto leader of it, but all right, yeah, we could do that. Sure, Sue's in charge. Why not? She is technically the most powerful of the four.
I mean, honestly, probably better at it also. So let's be real.
Yes, also that Reed does not have a great track record of
emotional intelligence low.
Yes, yeah. But yeah, no, I don't dislike the first issue, but it also just felt like a weird starting point to me, and people do get a little bit more like Reed's arc, or like if you want to call it that, and Sue's arc are way longer than the other two. And the whole time stone thing is so barely talked about when the first three of them find it that you're like, what is so special about this damn rock? I don't get it. Like, I don't know if you should have started with Reed looking for it to kind of say what he did with it, or why it's a thing, or why they looked for it, instead of the way they did. But that's just my opinion on it. Like, Ben fighting dinosaurs was fun. That was much needed action shots in the comic. But other than that, it was fine for what it was, but it was a weird number one in my opinion.
Yeah, that's fair. I hadn't actually thought about that aspect of it, of like, hey, we did immediately just split them up, and it's like the book is called Fantastic Four, and they're all Fantastic Ones for most of this opening story. So yeah, I think that's a valid critique potentially, even if I think the reasoning is probably like introducing each of them separately before you bring them back together.
One of the other things is that this rock that they're looking for, this time stone or whatever it is,
the actual time stone.
Yeah, what's it called? The Forever Stone.
Forever Stone, yeah.
Like, there's no stakes to any of it. Like, they all already know what they're supposed to do. They're already like, and this goes into it in like volume 2 or issue 2, right? Is they already were like, shit, yeah, we got split up in time. It's Tuesday. We know what to do. We got this.
I mean, to be fair, it's the Fantastic Four. It is their Tuesday.
It is their Tuesday, right? But like, as soon as Johnny realized, I don't have great flame right now. I just need to go find this rock. Like, there was no danger for him, technically, other than the fact he's running out of oxygen or whatever. But it was like so quick. Like there was no like, what the hell am I supposed to do? Where am I? What's going on? It was like one page of where am I? Oh, I need to find Rust. Oh, I need to find this rock. All right, cool. Now I wait. And then you get to Ben, and Ben's like, oh, I got to fight off some dinosaurs and find a rock. And then you get to Reed. Reed has a little bit more, and he's like, oh shit, I gotta make stuff to make Sue be able to see where this rock is. Like he already knew that she wasn't going to be able to find the rock. Like it was just a lot of it was.
It's time travel, right? And that just has inherent bits to it. So like the fact that Sue isn't there instantly to rescue him means that he knows that Sue is having problems finding the stone. The moment that he writes the time on the stone, she should be able to be there instantly. And because she wasn't, he knows that she's having problems. So of course I need to bury thousands of diamonds, thousands of feet below the Earth's crust for the rest of my life.
Which he doesn't even actually
happen. Which that didn't actually happen. What happened is they now need to go back and do that afterwards. Which, how long did that take? Like for the rest of their lives? Are they like spending a weekend burying diamonds in the ground?
He always made some robots afterwards.
Okay.
Like Stu's like, oh, he spent the rest of his life doing this. And it's like, no, if you're just gonna go do it later, it means you did it like on a weekend or something. So you know.
Yeah.
And like another problem with time travel where like even if Sue was having problems in the future, she would still be there instantaneously. So like
right,
he wouldn't know to do yeah, like later for that reason. Yeah. Some of the time travel
show up instantaneously. Yeah, so it's like paradoxes need to be accounted for. Yeah, it's just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, you know what this is?
It all does kind of work, but it is bold to choose 4 different instances of time travel as again your volume 1 issue 1 problem.
Yeah. I didn't quite understand why she was having problems finding the Forever Stone. Like Reed found it and it took him like months to get to its location, so it wasn't like a distance problem for him. So I didn't.
It was a time problem for her. Like the transmitter was so old at that point because she was sent so far into the future that like it was burnt out.
Yeah, they said that they never bothered to go that far ahead because they never thought it would be a problem, which is ridiculous because that means they planned for this anyways. Like
you pulled the Forever Stone, you expect the thing to be live up to its name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know. It's an interesting story, but just the way it's like the fact that it is time travel, I don't know. It finishes so quickly, like the problem is solved so like instantaneously. It's just like,
yeah, I mean, like one of the actual like kind of complaints I have about this run as a whole, and it shows up here in specific spots, is like everyone is so competent that it doesn't really feel like Tyler was saying, like it doesn't really feel like anyone's in danger because everyone seems to know exactly what they should do and when and how and why. Like, and the part of it that really feels off to me and has felt off throughout the whole North run is like Johnny Storm is smart. What are we doing here? Like,
sure,
like Johnny Storm should not be like thrown into the past and know what the oxygen content of Mount Everest is. Like the computer did not tell him that. He knows that, and like maybe he knows it because he's a flame guy. But like Ryan North is smart, and thus basically everyone on the Fantastic Four is smart as much as he tries to make them not smart. And part of it's just the Johnny Storm problem. No one knows what to do with Johnny, but
multiple times, and like not even just the knowing the Mount Everest oxygen concentration, but like he's the one that indicates to Sue to go back to the time sled or whatever it's called and to like use it to save them from the reset. And then he does it again when they're fighting in the Antarctic with the weird time engine. He's the one that tells Sue, hide these flame words because we have a secret phrase about NASA or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just like, what? Okay, cool. It's like there were too many. Oh, don't worry. We have these preset.
We're very competent. We have this all covered. Yeah. Yeah.
It felt weird.
Though and we haven't got there yet, but like the story that seemed to have the most stakes for anybody was the one with Black Cat. Like that was the
I
one
was
that
going to say Alicia was the one that I had the most fun with.
well, not necessarily the most fun, but like the one that felt the most like we don't know what's going on. Was
Until it was instantly solved, but yeah.
But yeah, the Alicia one, like Alicia knew what was wrong. Like Alicia was like, "There's something fucked up with this dog," but even like the Invisible Woman Black Cat one, she's like, "I don't understand how this is a problem because you got caught, you're guilty." And then it was okay, maybe there is more of a mystery here. Where that one was dog bad, figure out why,
Yeah.
and then Reed goes, "Oh, don't worry, I got you." Right? Like it was like, yeah. Oh, and then also just instantaneously, you're gonna go all alien invasion on us, and people are losing their dogs all over the country. Like there's no
Reed's solution
big
isn't
problem.
just for them. All of a sudden, it's solution for everyone. It's like,
Yeah,
oh, okay.
it escalates so quickly into being a worldwide problem. And
It's
it's
like, it
like,
could just be a
but
weird thing that
also we've
they're dealing
instantly
with.
solved it. Yeah, we've also
Yeah, it's
instantly
like-
solved the worldwide problem.
It
Yeah.
was such a cool. We're completely jumping, but it was such a cool premise. Like, why would? Yeah.
You'll say, let's stick with the Doom story for a little bit here,
Yes,
because I feel like
yes.
this is one that actually lends itself to going in order, which we rarely do at this point. But let's try it. Let's try it.
Yeah, and like I said, I didn't mean to jump ahead, but
Oh, you're
like,
good.
it is one of those things where even in this first issue, everyone's just the biggest threat is Ben fighting dinosaurs, and he's gonna be fine. He's made of rock and he can punch things. Like it's okay. And
Yeah, like the Fantastic Four is super competent, but Doom is even more super competent than them, and that's what the problem is more than
Yeah.
anything.
yeah, I don't know. It was a weird jumping on point. We'll just put it that way.
I gotta say, my favorite part of issue 1 is probably Ben fighting dinosaurs. Like that might be. It's either that or Reed getting hit by a rock. I feel like Reed getting hit by a rock is a good start of Humberto Ramos just illustrating Reed in like the wackiest, creepiest, whatever poses throughout this entire
is
run.
when he's burying the diamonds and it becomes like
Oh,
a
yeah.
fucking monstrosity under the ground.
So let's
Yeah.
move to issue 2 because I think we're there anyways. But like,
Yeah.
Pat, did you notice that page you put in your notes that his nose is above the ground
Yes,
so he can
yes,
breathe?
I did.
Yes.
It's so good. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, not saying there wasn't some attention to detail here, but like, you know, yeah. That
I do
was a
think
highlight.
outside of the same faceness that we're definitely gonna cover, Pat, because it's in your notes and you're right to call it out. Like outside of that, like Humberto Ramos getting on this book, I think is a really big upgrade from where
I think
the run has
outside
been.
of his leading women, he does a great job. But
Yeah.
for whatever reason,
I think he just like really fits the like creepy kind of like semi-horror Twilight Zone vibe that Ryan North is definitely leaning into. Like I think his read is so creepy in so many spots, and like some of it's just like casually creepy, like the big eyeball when he's examining the time sled too.
oh god,
But like
yeah,
his nose being above ground when he's just like seeping into the earth to start planting diamonds or whatever he's doing there, because apparently he hasn't even started planting diamonds yet. I don't know, maybe he's just assembling metal at that point, but like
don't know what he's doing.
but like his nose being out of the ground is so good, like worth the price of admission alone to me, that page.
It's just wild. Like the more you look at it, you're just like, what is happening here?
I think North has very good ideas, and I think part of this also leans into like the hyper competence thing we were talking about, where it goes too far at times. Like Sue's the way Sue's using her powers in this story is wild to me. Of like she could basically just do whatever she wants, and that's cool. It's fine, but like all of that, you can tell that the Fantastic Four are being written by a person who's thinking about how to use their powers to like the best
Sure.
/ most interesting ways. And I think for Reed it really works because you can't get super far past he stretches. You just make him stretch in weird, creepy, interesting new ways, and that one really works for me. I think it's
Yeah,
also
probably.
partially why Ben suffers, probably because like he's a big strong rock guy. You can't make him do much more than that with the
Right.
current power set.
Right, because even with like Reed, there's only so many times you can have him make a big giant fist and punch people. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's been done a million times. So what else can I do with guy who can stretch and turn himself into anything and do all this crazy stuff? And yeah, I thought the Sue back to issue 1, not to like backtrack, but
You're
you know,
good. We're as long as we're in the same story, I think
yeah,
we're okay.
she's just armor from the X-Men for a minute there, right? Like fighting in an invisible mech. Like what is that? That I thought that was weird. I'd never seen that before. But yeah,
I mean,
there's
she makes force fields, so I guess yeah, she could do that, right?
Yeah, that's within bounds and has been for a while. But like, I think Sue of the Fantastic Four is the one that's like most liable to just keep getting upgrades to the point where it's just gonna be silly. And I think North is definitely stretching in that direction in a way that it largely works. But like at some point, when I mean, we talked about it, right? Like, what problem can you not solve when you can bend light in any form that you want at any
Yeah.
time?
yeah, the way she finds the stone is weird, and then ta-da, car. Like
Well, so it's like, so the solution was Forever Stone needs to be there forever so that you write your date, and then if you see all 3 other dates in the stone, that means you are the
It means you're
furthest
the
one
last one, yeah.
in the future. So go rescue these other people. And you break the stone to do it, which waste of a Forever Stone, if you ask me.
Can't ever do it
But you-
again.
Yeah, just like one. What are you gonna find another Forever Stone? I mean, come on. But like inside of it is a pocket dimension that has a time sled, right, or whatever they're calling it. That's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
actual solution. Why can't they have a pocket dimension inside their pockets that has a
I was
time
gonna say
sled?
on the suits, yeah, that's fair.
Like, okay, but if you're gonna make a MacGuffin that's just in there that has a solution and it's in a pocket dimension, why don't you like?
Because we at
Where are
least
the
have
limits?
to pretend there. We at least have to pretend there's a problem, Pat.
I guess, but it's
The-
silly. Like it's you can't think. They're doing time travel stuff, which revels in like being clever. But there again, you can't look too close because things get silly. I don't know.
Somewhere to write your dates, Pat. You can't write
He's
your
trying
dates
to
on someone
have his
else's
cake,
suit.
his time cake, and eat it too. So I don't know. What you could do with time travel. So maybe he's right.
Yeah, maybe it's all good.
Maybe he's right.
that's a good take. Yeah, have your cake and eat it too. Why not? Yeah, no, I agree with Pat. Like it does. Again, this
The
is the
solution
same.
was too cute for me, I think. I didn't like the fact that there was and in this you break the stone, which has been the most important thing we've been learning about to get this really campy multi-seat time
Pat-
sled.
Pat, I'm not like super surprised that we're like timey-wimey stuff is bad, but like at the same time, you're such a Star Trek guy, and this is like this is a Star Trek ass comic book to me. Like, so I'm kind of surprised that you're not into it in that way. Like, I get like nothing you've said is incorrect, but like I also kind of expected
Star
you
Trek
to come and be like,
writers play to the fake science more. You know what I mean? Like I feel like halfway through this Ryan North just said, yeah, and time sled, pocket dimension. Like he tried to do the scientific, like, oh, the oxygen concentration's bad. How do I make oxygen? We need rust. That we're at the end of time and the sun is baking me alive. I need to be invisible and there's microbes in this. He tried to go super science, and then at the end it's just like, and magic sled to get everyone back. Just like, no, you were so close.
Like once this baby hits 88 miles an hour, like it's what it
I
is.
do also
just-
like. I would have loved for Ben to be the last person because I don't know how he would charge the thing.
Yeah, right. Because everybody has a way to charge it, and it's like some elasticity would do it.
It's
and
like there's
some
just like a
high heat.
crank on the side of it, and Ben could just like sit there for years turning it over and
turning it,
over.
being
He
like,
has to
ah.
punch the pump a whole bunch.
Yeah, it would just be him complaining like he did when he hit the ground.
He has
Falling,
to jump on
right?
it a bunch to
Yeah.
yeah.
Where he's like, Oh, sure. Everybody else gets hit by cosmic rays and can soften a landing when they fall from a building or whatever. Not old Ben. No, can't be me. Like it'd be that. Only he'd be like cranking this thing where it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, nope, I got to keep punching it until it finally lights up. Yeah.
They also thankfully were only moved in time and not in space, so they're actually like on Earth. Like, thank goodness
Yeah.
Doctor Doom decided not to throw them out to like Mars or something.
Right.
Well, don't they write their location to? No, I don't remember now. Where do they write on that stone? Just their time.
Well, they know you
right?
know the location, right? Because the
Because
location
they're
is
at
just
the
sitting by the
stone.
stone.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, like
Duh,
he
Pat.
obviously worked
You didn't
so
know
hard to
that?
be scientific and like to follow like what would happen in time travel, and then the solution just breaks all of that and throws it away. And that is so. Yeah, it built it up for me, and then it just went comic books at the end, which is fine.
Fair enough.
This is filled with my favorite thing, and it's comic book nonsense. Like, I almost always pick one where there's just silly comic book nonsense. This entire trade is nothing but comic book nonsense. It is from start to finish the most comic book you could ever comic book.
The Thing does
what
fight
it is.
dinosaurs in issue 1, so like,
For like a page and a half, yeah.
yeah, sure, but I mean, like, the Thing fights dinosaurs, so you know, there's some good stuff going on.
What more do you need?
What more do you want, Pat?
I don't know,
Plot that
man.
makes sense? How dare you?
I feel like I was Science Blue Bold. It's just like you worked it up and then like no at the end. But yeah, and then it gets to we're not done with the comic book nonsense because we find out that Doom has a plan to counteract their solution.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of like a two-parter into a one-parter more than it's actually a three-parter. Like, it's a two-parter about the, like, we've been thrown across time into, oh, hey, but also we need to figure out how to. Well, you've kind of put this in your notes, Pat, so we should touch on it. We also need to figure out how to stop bragging to Doctor Doom so he keeps on stopping us because we tell him about our plans every time.
Yeah, I did appreciate that. Their downfall is Reed can't shut the
Reed can't shut up.
can't
Yeah.
stop bragging about how smart he is. It's like
The guy
shut
called
up,
Mr.
Reed.
Fantastic can't stop telling people how smart he is.
The guy who named himself Mr. Fantastic the day he found out that his very best friend in the world turned into a rock monster. Don't worry, guys, I'm Mr. Fantastic.
I can stretch
still.
a lot and I'm smart, guys.
Yeah.
Let me explain to you exactly how smart I am. Oh, god damn it, Reed. Shut up.
Yeah, and like just the look on his face when he goes, every move we make tells you precisely how to defeat us next time. And then Doom's like, yeah, dipshit. That's been the game this whole time.
And you know, when Mr. Fantastic's saying that, he's not disappointed that they keep losing. He's just disappointed that he can't keep bragging. He's like, oh man, I have to shut up. I can't keep telling you how smart I am. But that's
No, but he solves it by just destroying his time engine, so he can still brag. It's fine.
yeah. And like, there were a couple, and we'll get into like some of the specifics of issue 3 more than this, but we're kind of talking about. So like, if you talk about issues 1 and 2 hand waving some stuff, there's some stuff in issue 3 that's like, oh, and yeah, I
Oh,
just
yeah.
altered your time engine so this can't happen again. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Yeah. No,
It's fine.
no. I am, yeah, absolutely. I also had problems with that. But they didn't work it up to be like a big deal for that one, so I was more accustomed to being let down.
See,
at that point.
I the Forever Stone for me worked as like, I don't care if the time travel plot hangs together completely. Like, I thought it was a neat idea of like, the first 3 inscribe their thing, the last one comes to get them. Like, it's kind of a cool bit. The
Sure.
bits in issue 3 where it's like, oh yeah, and then we made sure that it won't work again because time travel is really problematic to just leave in place as a possible plot engine. Yeah, that was much more hand wavy and like nonsense to me. Of like, I mean, it's the Fantastic Four. Mr. Fantastic can claim he did something off panel. I am inclined to believe him. But that's based on years and years of reading comic books that have Mr. Fantastic in them, not in anything that this book did specifically.
And they do that twice, right? Like they do that.
Oh
with
yeah,
Doom
in that
Machine,
same
and then
issue, like they do the same thing to that time engine twice, where it's like oh yeah, and it won't work anymore because this, and then this part of it also won't work anymore because this. I don't remember the specific beats. I could maybe find them while we're talking, but
Well,
yeah,
and then
it's-
even like is it the last issue with the space pentagram? I can't remember now. With the
yeah, the
free
free comic
comic
book day short, yeah.
like it's the same thing. Like, yeah, Reed just made sure this wouldn't work ever again, unless it comes directly to here. Like
Sure.
what? Like there's what? How? How do you how do you do
He's
that?
really smart. He's really smart.
He was
This
really
is
smart.
nice.
So I mean, like, I actually in that one, I didn't even bat an eye at it. In the time
No.
travel one, I think it was partially because it was like it had been built up as such a big deal. I mean, probably the same thing you're saying about the stone, Pat, where it's like it had been built up for it to be such a big deal that for Mr. Fantastic to just be like, oh yeah, I stopped it. It was like, what? How? What?
I didn't
No.
know about the secret time engine in the Antarctic for long enough for me to care about it. Like if they had
Fair.
built it up as like what? Okay, what is it? Where did it come from? In my notes, I said, is it like a Sorcerer Supreme relic that was in like? What is this thing?
I mean, apparently he's been planning this for months since Fantastic Four number 28 from the 2022 run,
But
which
he
is the
buried
same
it in
run.
the Antarctic. Like I don't like. Is it a relic from a past civilization? Is it just Doom building this? Where did it come from?
He made
And
it, Pat.
here's-
It's fine. You
Okay.
would know about this if you'd read Fantastic Four 28 from 2022.
Honestly, maybe. Who knows? Who knows?
Can I didn't get a chance to say this during the initial bit about the fact that this is the second volume out of this run.
Uh-huh.
The Marvel website does not know which run is currently going. It has both of the Ryan North runs listed as 2022 to present and 2025 to present. So like that's how confusing it is. Marvel.com doesn't know. Anyways, I'm sorry. I took us off track again.
Well, that's okay because someone please explain to me why Doctor Doom would have this very epic plan about sending the Fantastic Four back in time, forward in time, and then force them to find each other so they could tell him his plan or their plan of how they got it back. For him to then erase them all together, but JK, he just sent them back in time or whatever, and now
Well, why
they're
is
back
this
eating
restore
breakfast.
date like so far back to give them time to do stuff? Like, why didn't it just restore like moments before his defeat, like before he sent them back in time? Why did it go back so far?
Well, he only saves states at some point, which is again indeterminate, so I don't know.
But
Right, like it just doesn't make like how the
he's
fact
going
that
into a battle with them in downtown wherever. Wouldn't you save your state? It's like, oh look, it's Reed and those jackasses. Save state.
Yeah, you would think.
and then like the time when
But
they're
it's
at
like
the
you said
farmhouse.
it during breakfast the day before. It's like, come
Yes,
on,
yes,
Victor.
I'm sorry, Pat. I really you broke me. I really need the next Fantastic Four number 1 to be retitled to Reed and those jackasses.
Tune in next time for another episode of Reading Those Jackasses.
Which run? The 2022 run or the 2026?
Oh no.
Yeah, but yeah, like it doesn't make it. It just says Arizona earlier. Oh, like how earlier?
Earlier?
You definitely. Why don't you just wipe them off the face of the earth and then save? Like, all right, quick save. Like, come on,
You
it's
fool. You give them time to plan, Victor.
around the breakfast table. Like, yeah.
Is this the part where we talk about the fact that we don't know who any of these kids are? Does this seem like it's the right time?
Yes,
I guess.
I feel like this is a pretty good time.
I mean, they showed up here. I just ignored them primarily. They had no, like,
Well, yeah,
They
because
were
what else are
there.
you supposed to do?
I thought it was like an Xavier X-Men Academy thing. I don't know.
Yeah, as
They're
if our
kids.
plans to take down Doc Doom today ain't enough to wake anyone up, says Ben Grimm. Like, they're already planning on going to New York. This is
Yeah, it was the
hilarious to me,
morning
too.
of their attack on Doom. It's like, why
Yeah.
did Victor? Come on.
Well, to
And I
be
think
fair, I
it's
don't think that's
hilarious.
what he reset time to. I think that's what Johnny and Sue sent the sled to. So
Okay.
Still, I
okay.
do find it funny that the Fantastic Four, like, here's this whole thing. Doom is like taking over New York and the world as he does, and they're like, "Sure, we need to go fight him, but first, breakfast." And we'll get around to it. We got a whole plan, but Gotta have her
Well, that's
Wheaties
just smart,
first.
Tyler. You gotta fuel up before you go out and do work.
Well, I get that, but I just think it's hilarious that like this is some giant. From what I assume, because I didn't know this was in the middle of an event. From what I assume, a major thing, to where they're gonna have to go fight Doctor Doom. But you got Johnny like singing the Spider-Man tune, eating coffee, which I thought was great. To be honest, but like yeah, they're like, oh yeah, we gotta have coffee and all this other stuff, and oh yeah, we're gonna go fight Doctor Doom later. That's on their agenda.
They'll get around to it.
It's just
They
another
gotta finish
Tuesday.
breakfast
We talked
first.
about this.
It is true. It's
Get
just
Toad across
Tuesday.
time. Fight Doctor Doom with Sorcerer Supreme powers, who has convinced the Earth to become one nation under Doom. Tuesday.
Yeah,
So, okay, I don't know the context, obviously, because I didn't read the right volume 1.
Yeah, and it's not explained.
Is the world supporting, like, does the populace support Doom in his position as Emperor / Sorcerer Supreme / whatever?
As a person who has only read bits and pieces of it, I believe at this point, largely yes, in the story.
Okay.
At some point, it comes back around, and I believe they do not for reasons.
Okay,
But again,
well,
that's hand-wavy.
are we at that point now? I don't understand. Like, wouldn't the Fantastic Four be like outcasts, like society? Which like they'd be on the run, right? There would be warrants for their arrests. They would be like,
Well, Doom is a peaceable dictator. He doesn't.
oh, okay.
He's
He
not,
doesn't
he's
wanna
not gonna mess
hound
with you
them at
unless you mess with
home.
him.
They have children and they're eating breakfast. He doesn't want to disturb them.
They're beneath his notice. He's got an entire world to rule now. Pat.
Oh, that's why he built an entire time engine to reverse time every time they show up. Oh.
Comic book nonsense. Should be
Can I
on a
tell you what is
t-shirt,
also a
honestly.
shame? Is that we get Dinosaur Doctor Doom for about 2 panels in this book. No context or explanation. Do you guys even notice? You probably didn't even notice.
I completely skipped that page. I'm just like,
I mean,
oh,
that's fair. I think that's
next.
correct. No, I think
It
that's
looked
right.
cool, but I didn't care because it wasn't the story that I was reading.
Well, like, I think you're right. Like the story, that story is not explained in this story, so you don't know the stakes of what's going on. And thus, when you are shown a bunch of superheroes who are not the Fantastic Four battling Doctor Doom, your question is, why? What? Do I care?
I had 2 questions.
Not really.
I had 2 questions on that page, to be completely honest. Did he not attempt like the time thing there too? Because it's like the
yes,
same
he
thing.
did. Yeah,
as
I think that's the bit we're supposed to get from that page is like, oh, he got blew up, and then he shifted stuff back in time, so he didn't get blew up.
Yeah.
Oh.
And the second
blow up was
one
on the other foot, though, or what?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
The second
Yeah.
question I had about that was, when did MODOK and Dr. Octopus become Avengers?
Oh, because everyone's got to team up to take down Doctor Doom.
He's
who's
got
the
a
ruler of the
dinosaur
world.
who's made of metal. They have no choice. He's
Okay.
got a cloak that fits him. The goddamn drip on that thing. I mean, Jesus.
Gotta take him down because that drip. The world ain't ready for
can't
that
handle
Doctor
it.
Doom
The
drip.
world can't
Good
handle this
Lord.
dinosaur.
The world was barely ready for Ric Flair drip when that happened, and now we're supposed to be ready for
too
Emperor
much.
Doom drip.
It's too
Dinosaur
much.
drip.
I mean, I also quite like Doom's costume in this too. Like the Sorcerer Supreme, like the oh gosh, what's the actual name of the cloak? The Cloak of the Vishanti, right? Like I think
Yeah.
it looks good on him. I'd like Ramos's take on the armor. Like I like the mask is like just complex enough while the eyes are very simple and menacing. The gauntlets are huge and chunky. Like I like the Doctor Doom design overall in this book.
Yeah, so that was my biggest question on that panel, and like it kind of just went there. I mean, that's how the book starts, right? You're like, oh, they're having breakfast. Johnny's confused, and then we're off to number 3, and it starts with again a random ass moment in time.
It's got my
where you're
least
like-
favorite thing in comic books. Earlier with a fucking asterisk. It's like, no, you bastards. You look at the
Yeah.
bottom. Oh, in this thing that I didn't buy, haven't read.
Absolutely bizarre to make this a new volume 1.
Oh.
Absolutely
Yeah.
bizarre.
But like again, it doesn't like jump off of what it just ended on. It literally goes, "Hey, this is from a totally like Pat said, a totally different issue of a totally different run altogether. Enjoy." And then also
Next page.
Dr. Doom
The
Dinosaur.
next page has another
Let's
one.
do it
yeah.
again.
Yeah, let's do it again. And then we go, all right, now we're back. All right. So like
I do like his big like, oh, I've solved the plan, or you're defeating me in the first panel is like, no, I'm ready for you to grab my neck this time, Reed.
Your toe
You
fingers
won't-
won't get me this time,
You won't let my
sir.
hood down. I'm ready for you. Ha ha.
and it's such like a silly like thing for him to have to reset on. Like that hasn't been
Right?
tried
Like,
a million times
Your
by
toes
Reed.
can't stop me, Richard.
That one time Richard stretched his leg out real far and tripped me down the stairs. No, I'm ready for it this time. Ha ha.
And Reed, never again. But then, like, also the fact that then once you get to the thing, oh, our time sled suddenly showed up. That's weird.
Yep.
Oh, also, we made it Braille so the blind
Gotta
person could help
include
us.
The blind character. Yeah.
Yeah. Which again, I'm not knocking here because she's a fun character, and I'm glad that she.
Dots are easier
is
to
part-
push into stuff than letters. We'll go with. How about that?
Sure, I guess.
Yeah,
maybe.
sure.
Yeah.
No, what she should have done is like made a cylinder and scratched a recording of what's going on at the same time. Like she could do that, right? Yeah.
You can do
Probably.
anything. Is
Yeah.
kind of what I'm taking from this book, honestly. But yeah,
This is
so,
a
like, we
minor
get
thing, but Johnny can make like flame golems.
Yeah, that's another thing that like is again kind of from the previous part of this run.
Oh,
and
son of a bitch.
Here it's it's here, and I don't really understand why because it's not really used. Like if you're gonna do it
I'm
here,
so
like at least use it
confused.
later on.
Yeah.
But like he started making this dude called Flamo for some reason. I don't know. It's funny, but at the same time, it does nothing here. If it was issue 34, maybe it would make sense.
Flamo
but-
on. I had no idea what was going like, and
What
it
was going
seems
on,
to
yeah.
move. It seems to like have emotions. Like, is this a living entity that he just created?
It's a flame Johnny that he can control, I think. Again, not
I
explained.
have
well
no
here,
idea.
but
Literally,
so,
he
yeah.
makes it. It makes a face, and then it's not in the rest of the comic book. And it's like, oh,
Yep.
okay,
Yep, not really.
I'm glad that
worth
was
it.
included. Yep, there needs to be no asterisk than previously. This
Go
is
back
where
to
this
see
came
where
from.
the first appearance of Flamo and Fantastic Four.
Also, this
number
green and
2.
blue child, the little asterisk. That if you want to know where these people come from,
Yep, don't
Who
have
are
names.
the green and blue? Like I know the other ones. I'm sure are Reed and Sue's kids, but who
Yeah.
are the green and blue ones?
Yeah,
well, we find out
so-
later on that they're kids of Alicia and Ben, right? At least they're calling
Yeah,
Alicia
I believe-
mother.
Yeah, they're adopted. I believe one of them is Kree and one of them is a Skrull, and I don't remember their names off the top of my head now, even though I think those do show up in the comic later.
I
But
think
like,
it's Joe and Nikki. I don't know which is which, but
this is where like I wouldn't have minded some of that nice, heavy-handed
Hey,
70s
yeah.
70s style intros of like people calling each other by their names, even though it's kind of ham-handed and forced. Like, just do it. Just do it, so
I
I,
like
could
the
like
little-
know who these people are.
I liked a little just introduction, like do a splash screen of the breakfast table, which they have, but then
Mhm.
next to every character do a little
The little caption boxes,
intro.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep,
Just
yeah.
tell me who these people. Volume 1, Marvel.
Yes.
Like Matt Fraction used to do this on X-Men all the time, and like he would do it in
Yeah.
every issue. It'd be like 2 words. It'd be like Cyclops, leader, laser
Yes,
eyes.
That's
like
all I
that's
need.
it.
Yes,
Like,
And like
yeah.
maybe
some-
a cute little
something even.
icon or like a little chibi version of them or something like that. Something like, come on. I don't know. That's all I need. I don't need
Yep.
a lot. I just need that.
Yeah,
I also like the fact that they totally figured out that all this was done like with a save state and all that good stuff. I don't remember if that was
Well, Doom told them
Doom
Before
tells
you
him because he
reset.
thinks he's gonna reset it again. Yeah,
he fell for the
Like,
same trap
Doom,
that
Doom
he's
also
using
Doom
for
also
Reed.
can't shut up. Yeah,
yeah.
Nice. Come on.
Small detail that I do think is great though is the fact that when Reed is getting all stretchy in this one, his clothes stay normal. where like normally when he's in his Fantastic
Yeah, he's
Four
showing some
suit.
midriff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so like the Reed Richard midriff and like super long arms and that creepy fucking eyeball.
Oh,
Yeah,
the eye is
Uh,
like again, like
It's
it's
a
one of
lot
the
of
top
detail.
5 panels of the book.
Yeah. But like just the fact that they were like, oh yeah, don't forget, his clothes need to stay put. Like his pants are exactly where they're supposed to be, and his shirt like doesn't move at all.
Which
It's
I'm
just
kind of
kinda-
surprised. I feel like all of their clothes are unstable. Maybe they're not. I don't know. It's whatever. I mean, I prefer it this way because it's
Let's
funnier
have
and creepier.
some realism, man. I mean, come
Yeah.
on.
No,
No, they're
I
actually
like
all
this better.
nanobots all the time.
Yeah, and even like the fact that Johnny goes, I'm just gonna burn off this coat anyways in the next page when they're suddenly in Antarctica. Because they've just know right away by looking at that they need to go to Antarctica.
Well, he found traces that the time change energy can only come from a single point, and he
This
knows
is what
that
I'm saying.
point.
Is like issue 3 is actually the most hand wavy issue of the issues to me, where it's like
Yes.
stuff just snaps into place because it has to, because we're gonna solve this issue. This
Okay.
this is gonna be done.
I'm just going to talk this out logically. So the time sled got that time energy because it was at a certain location when he used his time engine powers, right? So wouldn't it only point correctly if the time sled were in that exact point? Like, does every little time particle have Antarctica written in it really small?
I'm here on the other end of the internet telling you it doesn't fucking make sense.
I don't like faking it though. Like, don't even. Okay, fine.
Or
Fine.
if you're gonna fake it in in a better way. Like, why would the time sled tell them to go to Antarctica? Like,
Yeah. Just
yeah,
give me a little bit more.
This one's quite soft if you look at it too hard in a way that I think is actually, like, from a plot standpoint, worse than issues 1 and 2.
Oh yeah.
Like I don't know. Like the four-way time split is fun, but as we were pointing out, like they didn't spend much time on half of the team. I don't know, like this second mystery of searching for it was all of 2 pages, right?
Yeah.
We see them
Everything's kinda, like,
arrive.
packed
Johnny
in.
takes his clothes off, says, I want to show these researchers something hot. And then they find it, right? Like immediately.
Yeah.
So
Pretty fast, yeah.
I don't know.
I do appreciate the Arctic or the Antarctic
It was
outfits.
cute.
Like,
I
think Ben
chuckled.
looks great.
Yeah.
Those are cool. Those are cool. Pun not intended. But like I also do like the fact that Johnny does see 2 people.
Yeah, and they're both checking him out. Yes.
Oh yeah, they
Yeah.
both appreciate the pecs. So he's right.
Yeah.
He's totally right.
One more than the other. Like the other guy.
No, I think
looks like-
it's equal. I think they're
You think
both
it's equal?
appreciating it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're both into it by a lot.
All right, I got a different take from the guy. The guy looks like me when I'm at the gym seeing people like lift crazy amounts going.
Oh, you think he's jealous?
I
I
think
don't know.
he's jealous.
He looks pretty built under that sweatshirt too. So I don't know. I think Pat's read is correct. Pat and I are on the
I
same
think they
page.
both like the pecs. Yeah.
Yeah.
It also leads into another great use of Reed, which is as a bat pole
Yes,
to get down to the
yes,
time engine.
yes.
It's good paddling. It's good.
Everyone can
structure.
fly except for Ben, so we got to be creative here. Let's
Also, how
drop him in
cold
there,
is like
yeah.
he's wearing insulated jacket, but then he elongates his form for Ben. Like that's got to be.
Why is he not wearing an unstable molecule shirt under that thing? I don't understand.
Yeah.
Whatever, it's fine.
also like here's Sue using like
She can't
steps
make
that she
force fields
made.
for everyone.
She can't do that for everybody. She can't do that for
No.
him.
Shield herself from the heat of the going Nova sun, but she can't make Ben a platform. That dude's got to go down. Reed Richards'
No, you
stomach.
see, you guys, no.
Again, this way is cooler, so I'm fine with it.
It's certainly
Rule of
sillier.
cool wins on this one.
Sure. And then they find this thing. Ooh.
Dash it. It comes back together. Cool. That's fine. Dr.
Of
Doom
course it
shows
does.
up. It's a cool half splash page of him and his giant ass belt buckle, which I love.
It's so big. Well, his hands are so big, so you can't do small buckles.
Yeah, you can't have him be
He's gotta
playing
have
around with a
appropriately
small
sized
belt buckle.
buckles.
The
Yeah,
swingers
yeah.
are huge. You would build a
Come
crowd with
on.
that thing. I'm
I
right
feel
there
like-
with you, Pat. I understand it all.
I feel like he has to have trouble sitting with that belt buckle, you know?
He can't
Yeah,
bend forward
like
for
come
sure.
right into the right into
Yeah,
the
You know,
yeah.
he's sitting at an
Yeah.
angle on that one. He's
It'll
definitely
cinch a little bit.
yeah.
Yeah, it does do like a corset for him too, though. So he's keeping fit. He's got a
Oh,
nice
yeah.
trim. Yeah.
Yeah. I bet you if he was in front of those researchers, they'd both be into it. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we got a good use of Johnny where Johnny's like a time engine, still an engine. Like Johnny Storm knows about engines. This is acceptable to me. Like I'm fine with that.
Sure. Yeah.
Or Reed's eyes and mouth are popping out of the thing by themselves. Another great unsettling Reed stretching panel from North and Ramos and Co. Like into it. That's good.
Yeah.
But then then we get to the end of it and it's like Johnny Storm has to tell me about NASA for the
Yeah,
plot
Johnny's
to work.
like he's restoring it. Turn this into one of his saves. Which
Well,
is a
not
thing
only
you
the-
can do.
Not only that, but like the NASA thing seems totally pointless. Like, why didn't he just say, well, I don't know. Like, it's weird. Like, out of all the stuff that they don't explain, they explain this part, right? Like, there's everything else that's completely ridiculous. Here's this one kind of realistic thing that we're going to use to our aid. And here's how we know it's a thing. Mops start on fire. Like, where did
I
that
mean, the
come from?
reasoning, the means about how they do a secret message is very silly. Like, yeah, they have preset phrase because of this historic fact about certain flames or yeah, that's silly. But I don't.
How dare this
knows
comic book
that-
be silly?
Johnny knows that saying things out loud that Doom can hear is bad because Doom will then reset time so it doesn't happen. But can he say it real quiet like? Like Doom's a little busy, isn't he? Can't he like, Reed, over here. Do this. Like, why does he like just don't shout it, John? You don't need to like I think it's a
Well, then-
volume problem, not a whole verbal problem. I don't know.
And then here was my biggest issue is
Oh.
after that, we literally went Dormammu, I'm here to bargain,
Yep.
is how this ends.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, you couldn't think of anything better than to just literally copy that? Because that's all it is. Except he's the one getting punched because, you know, if it was something else, he would have been fine with it. But since he's losing his mask, need to show it over and over and over and over. I like that panel. I think that's
I
cool.
was gonna say that page is really good though.
Yeah.
I
That page
liked
is
it. I thought
fantastic.
it was really cool, and the fact that Doom is so stubborn and like determined that he's spending like
Years
so
getting
many-
punched in the
yeah,
face.
years of seconds of being punched in the face to try to think of something, but it's all like deflated in the next panel. It's like, and he couldn't think of anything, and it broke. It's like, well, why did we
Burnt out the
make this big
engine.
epic thing? Look how
Yeah.
cool Doom is. He's doing this. He's gonna reset no matter how many times, and it doesn't work, and it was all for nothing. It's like, okay, cool. Well, all right.
All that for him to just
And
magically
then he disappears. Just like,
Yeah.
what? So nothing of value happened in this story? I
Destroying
don't
the time engine
understand.
would cause the space-time continuum to rupture, but then the time engine is destroyed and it's fine, and Mr. Fantastic made it so it's okay. Cool.
Yay! Let's go back and have breakfast
Yeah.
with
Like,
these children that we love and know so well.
it was definitely a it's all been done kind of thing. And I don't know. I just thought that was weird that was the best they could come up with was, hey, that Doctor Strange movie did all right. What if we just use that? And then magically everything's fine. It'd be great. And we get to the one and dones, which are a whole nother thing.
Yeah, I guess like as we're kind of coming into those 2 to 3 issues, depending on how you want to count that free comic book day thing, like, did you guys? This is kind of a broader question. Did you guys enjoy the one-off stories more than the three-part story? Did it feel like they were easier to get into at all, or are we suffering from some of the same problems here?
Issue 4 was the best part of this volume.
Woo! Yay! We're there.
Yeah, yeah. I think had issues 1 through 3 been these, like knowing that you were going to get one and done stories
Yeah.
would have been more enjoyable. I think if you were going to do the 3 as like a ending to this big crossover event and all that, have that not be your jump-in point, I think it would have been more fun. Like, I think if this was supposed to be a relaunch and like let's get into the Fantastic Four and kind of old school comics, right? Like old school, we're gonna sell a comic, you're gonna be able to read it and wait next month, and hopefully the next story is just as fun, right?
Yeah, like I really appreciate, and this is something that for the majority of the North run has been true. Like I think there's been some 2 and 3 parters up to this point, but for the most part, they're all done in ones and they're self-contained, and I really enjoy that aspect of it, and I really enjoyed it in issues 4 and 5 here. Where like you were saying, Tyler, it's like you just hop in, you read a story, it's a complete story. Is it a little bit like shoehorned at times? Like again, we'll talk
Oh
at the
yeah.
end of this about like the thing or the I can't say the thing because there's an actual character called the thing. The like
Yeah.
the plot expanding to be a worldwide threat when like probably didn't need to because what did we add by making it a worldwide threat and then instantly solving it at the same time? Not much. Um
And not only just turning into a worldwide threat, but like the ramifications of if they got it wrong were pretty hardcore. Like
yeah.
they were like,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah, they run him into this meat grinder and all this stuff," and you're like, "Jesus, what is happening?" But they're like, "But it's fine. We figured it out, so that didn't happen." So
But it's like, if you like this one, good. If you didn't like it, well, hopefully it was at least entertaining. Come back next month. We'll have another one. Like
yeah,
that's the part of it that feels very Star Trek slash Twilight Zone to me in a way that I thought you, Pat, would especially appreciate. So like, I'm glad that you liked issue 4 because I feel like that's a good like it's a better showcase of what this run has been about of like, hey, we had a neat idea and the Fantastic Four are in it and we're going to run the Fantastic Four through this neat idea. Here's an episode of Star Trek.
Sure. I certainly liked this better than like even the next one with Black Cat. I like this one a lot more.
well, and it's just I think the event portion of it was just handled so quickly and meh that like to get into these, you're like, yeah, this is what that was trying to be, but it couldn't. Like you couldn't just solve this major crisis where the Avengers are even getting blown to bits twice or 3 times in a panel. It just seemed weird that the Fantastic Four are just going to come in and clean up after him. It's fine.
Yeah, they solved this weird like side problem that no one else really knew anyone was having, and then theoretically, One World Under Doom continued. And
Yeah. Yeah, so like it solved, like Pat said, it solved nothing. Like it was like, oh, okay,
yeah, kind
so
of, yeah.
like and then it was, why didn't we just start with the fun stuff? Like if we're going to be the family comedy with some stakes or whatever, I like the same thing. I liked 4 and 5 a lot more, and even though the free comic book day one, uh, like that little story, was even more fun than the first 3 issues were. It, it was more, I guess, what I was expecting to get into after I read them. I was like, yeah, this would have made more sense if we were going to do one and dones. But when you buy a trade like this these days, you're kind of expecting like a 5 comic run of stories that coincide with each other. But you know, I like if I still was getting comic pulls, this would probably be the comic that I'd look forward to because it is low stakes, quote unquote, fun, and just kind of one and done. Like, all right, cool. If I miss next month, no big deal. I'll pick it up a month later. I don't have to avoid any spoilers. I can just get to have fun with it when I read it. And that's kind of the Fantastic Four that I remember when I was buying them when I was a kid. So
Yeah, it is a good monthly single issue series for that reason. Although I think there is a larger story arc that comes after this one that is surprise Sue focused, but like I think it goes back from that back into some of the more self-contained ones. But Pat, what did you enjoy about this one specifically? Since it's your favorite issue, I want to make sure we talk about the stuff you liked. When you have stuff you liked?
Yeah, it happens every once in a while. The setup is really fun. The fact that it's from this non-fantastic character. It's Felicia. She's blind. She's not super powered, but she's the one that needs to save everyone. That's fun. That's a little, flipped on your head. The superheroes need saving. And it's creepy as fuck.
It's really creepy,
scary.
right? Like,
Very creepy.
Like, this is why I think Ramos is such a good fit for these types of stories specifically, is because I think they lean towards going a little bit creepy, and his art inherently is that to me. Like, I think he does a great job of leaning into that feeling and conveying it. Like, that page, I think you probably have it in your notes too. I called it out in mine. Like, that page where Alicia's going to pet Jellybean, and like instead you get like Ben creepily smiling and like holding what is Jellybean but is actually a tentacle monster, and the tentacle monster's like enveloping Alicia. Like, that's a creepy ass page.
Yeah.
Very creepy.
So like you get the terror from her expression, and then that feeds into the caption that's placed just below it of like, nobody else can sense it but me, and you're like, oh yes, this is just a normal human being, and they are going to have to solve this problem because the Fantastic Four is gone at this point. Like, they're already written off a little bit, although Reed circles around and kind of like tricks himself into solving the problem anyways.
Yeah, I think the part on that too, where I kind of like this one a little bit more than the other ones, is there's some explanation to it. Like, the other stuff was like, oh yeah, this came from Antarctica. No explanation as to how they came up with that or anything. But like this one where it's like people with sight can see things, and their brain tricks them into seeing faces, or when they look at a car, an outlet, and they see these things.
Yeah, it's the Star Trek thing where they take a science fact and then they completely like overblow it to the point where like, okay, sure, that sort of makes sense still.
Right.
Like,
and then it's not grounded in reality of any sort,
Yeah.
right? But like, at least they kind of give an explanation as to where they're going with what he's trying to
real world
do.
phenomenon, but then it's like to the 11th degree. It's like, oh, and there's this alien that can use it 100 times more powerful.
Yeah, to like not just do faces, but entire like biology overwriting of what you're seeing.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, sure, I think that could happen. Yeah.
And it's like, and it's 1.5 pages versus Mr. Fantastic saying in a panel, oh, and also I fixed this so it doesn't work.
And it's this is a really scary, horrible thing. And it's done. Okay,
I mean, I think that works in this story's favor. I think the other thing we talked about was like the Fantastic Four's hyper competence in the previous story, where like Alicia here is not she is a member of the Fantastic Four, but she's a non-powered member of the Fantastic Four.
Sure.
And like, this is kind of outside of her
when
realm.
She found out, when she found out something was wrong, she was like, okay, well, I need to use failsafe number 7, alien entity not determined by other teammates. I need to do this, this, and this.
This and this. She's like, I need to talk to Reed about this because I don't know what to do.
There wasn't oh, okay, well, we need to follow these things that we set up ahead of time because we're so clever that we can see all. It's like,
there are actual stakes and danger in this one in a way that like, I think that's part of maybe why I don't need the entire world to be in danger, is because like I felt that Alicia was in danger, and that was good enough.
It could have just been this one entity. It didn't need to be, oh, and they're everywhere, and they've done this to other planets, and it would have killed everyone if we
I was already freaked out and scared before that.
Because when it attacks Alicia like that night, like that's some creepy shit.
When you find out that not only is this an alien entity that can like blend itself in and hide in plain sight, it's intelligent, it can talk, and it wants to kill them. It's like, whoa, Jesus.
Well, and it like
kind of explode.
And like it like takes over Alicia, right? Like, because when you get to where they're all at breakfast, she's got like this. Well, I mean, she's always got a faraway stare, but like she's holding Jellybean, and she's not like part of the conversation. And then when Reed turns on his machine, and everyone is just like, "Oh,
She's just
experiment time."
literally covered in jelly bean.
Yeah.
Like she's been subsumed by jelly bean.
Yeah, and then everyone goes, "What the?" Like everyone freaks out. Like that part was enough for me too. Like that was, yeah, it didn't have to turn into this giant cataclysmic thing because that was all wild, like wild stuff. That
Honestly, it would have been creepier if it's like they defeated this one thing and then they have no idea where it came from or what it was. That would have been creepier than, oh, it's an invasion force and they're all over the world. It's like, okay,
I thought for sure they just picked it up on some random mission and came back with it. Like
Yeah,
that was
just
what I
like-
had
Yeah.
in my head canon before they were in Massachusetts and Spain also. Like I was like, oh, the Fantastic Four went out to do a thing and they picked up this creepy, weird, like parasite thing that now Alicia has to like save them from. Good enough. That's scary by itself.
Or like it would have been like a true Twilight Zone thing. It's like, oh my god, where did this thing come? When did we get whatever they call this?
How long
dog?
has Jelly Bean been here?
Yeah, like when did we get Jelly Bean? And then I think it would have been cute if like they go to school one day and they hear a friend at school say, "Oh, I just got this cute dog," and that's where the comic stops. Like they leave it like, okay, is this dog another alien or is it actually a cute dog? Like that would have been fun as opposed to they went too comic book at the end.
I don't even know if it's too comic book. I don't know if that's the correct way to phrase that criticism, but
It feels right to me, Matt.
sure, okay, fine. Why do you do this podcast about comic books, Pat?
we've been asking if that since season 1. Damn it,
I wouldn't talk to you guys if I didn't do this comic. I mean, this podcast. Come on.
The only reason they get out of it is because Reed Richards can't let a problem go, which I also do kind of love. Like, he's just like, so suppose there was a reason she was asking this. What would I do?
I should set up some sort of failsafe in case that were to happen.
Yeah, may as well, huh? Plan 97.B76159.
Well, and like you're right, even like the ridiculous way that they find out that it is a global thing is Sue makes the atmosphere disappear, and Reed uses his binocular eyes to find out that there's a
Yeah,
spaceship.
Sue Storm
on the
just
other...
like contributes to global warming for a second. Was that
Yep.
that's what happens there? I think.
And Reed's all like, "Great Scott, there's a ship. Oh my gosh, we should do something about this." And
then nope, they're gone.
And then they find out that, oh yeah, here's a side story that they basically have everybody do the Pink Floyd Wall bit, and then it's
not even,
over.
like this is just, and it's just Reed like hypothesizing, like, well, they could take over the entire world and feed anyone to like meat grinders. Like, God, Reed, chillax. We don't know if that's happening.
Reed Richards, who lives in a universe that has Dark Phoenix and Galactus, is like, oh, one planet's life signs all went out. It was obviously this.
That
Like,
must
what?
have been these things that I didn't know existed until moments ago. Yes, Reed, that's truly genius. So yeah, that was my favorite issue of the book for sure.
Yeah, it was. I would say it was a good one, even when it stretched into places that it did not need to go. Like, I enjoyed reading it.
That would have been. I will stand by the fact that should have been the number one instead of.
That also
Start
would have
with
been
that
a
one.
weird number one, though. Like, I don't
But
know.
I think if they would have like set it up as like, here's your adventures of the fantastic, like they could have prefaced it. You know what I mean? Like they could have.
I mean,
done
I think it's
something more-
definitely closer to a good number one in that you can jump into it and read it, and you don't need to know much else than what happens in it. Like,
Yeah.
because it is a done-in-one story, and it doesn't really depend on any pre-existing knowledge outside. Here's the Fantastic Four, and here's what they do. Do we know who any of these kids are? Kind of,
Oh.
at this point. We know more about it than we did at issues 1 through 3, so I guess it's more of a success on that point, even. Like,
Sure.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess like just saying from the fact that like, all the comic books nowadays like have that not all of them, but they could have done like a welcome to the adventures of the Fantastic Four. This is a monthly series. Like they literally could have been like, we're gonna do a bunch of one and done fun stories, and like tune in or read up and all that good stuff. and then had that be the first one, and then kind of set the standard of what this run was going to be. Like you said, I know it does. Like you said, turns into some 3 or 4 issue runs or whatever. But I don't know, like just the way that this book itself starts where it starts and then abruptly goes into one and done stories is a little jarring. I think it would have been better if it was here's some one and done stories. Ooh, here's your 2
also,
or 3
Doctor Doom
parter.
took over the world. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I
Doom's
get
doing
that from a
stuff.
structural standpoint. From a structural standpoint, that way, I definitely agree with you, Tyler. Of like, I would
'Cause it's
rather
very-
you did. I'd rather you did the short introductory stories first, and then. But I mean, that's the whole reason they relaunched it is because it was in the middle of the event, and apparently they were trying to peel people who were into the event off into Fantastic Four, which, like, again, I don't think you need a new #1 to do. So
No.
the execution's botched all over the place, honestly.
Yeah, it's very Saturday morning cartoon-esque. And like when I tuned in to whatever, like Chippendale Rescue Rangers or Tailspin or what, like the Saturday morning Disney cartoons, right? They were all one and done fun little things with high enough stakes for the characters that you gave a shit. And then all of a sudden you'd have your to be continued episodes and you'd be like,
And then you
"Ooh,
knew shit was serious, right?
yeah, right." That's what this feels like it wants to be. Like it wants to be your the DuckTales, or the Darkwing Duck or something like that where
Yeah, I
this
was
is
just
a
on
fun
like
romp and now we got a 2-parter. Oh, I got to make sure I tune in next week or I got to go buy next month's comic. It would have made more sense in that if you're going to start a #1, like this is your season 1 pilot episode, 2, 3, blah blah blah. Now, oh man,
then do the thing, yeah.
One World Under Doom, kind of nonsense. So that's my take on that part. On why I think #4 should be #1. It's kind of backwards.
Should be fitting.
Yeah, that too, right?
All right, Pat, do you want to talk about Same Face?
I don't know. Did you guys like issue 5?
I enjoyed it. I think the plot doesn't. Again, we're doing time travel stuff, and like this one to me doesn't hang together for one specific reason. Is that when Black Cat's talking to Sue at the beginning, when they both look like the same person, which we're going to talk about, Pat.
Holy moly! Yeah.
Lucky they have different hair colors.
Black Cat says that she was on her phone in the vault. If she's on her phone in the vault, how does she not notice that more than 5 minutes passed?
I have a save. Where's she says she's on the? Oh,
right, hang on.
Check the box.
Let me
for
She's
find
actually on her phone.
On page like 4? No,
I was
hang
on my phone as I walked down the hall, which is why I didn't notice the teller's ruined body, and that's why I had blood all over me. So the teller died after the. Yeah, was she?
Teller
on the
died while
phone?
she was shunted in time. So like she was away in time, but like at some point she came back and took out her phone and didn't notice that more than 5 minutes had passed when she took
I
out her
mean,
phone. to
she
make
could
the
have taken the
call.
phone after she came back. We don't know when she got on.
Sure, but
her
if she-
phone, right?
But if she took it after she came back and she looks at the time, that's more than 5 minutes, right? Like,
But
I
yeah,
don't
but
know.
she also doesn't
Do
say
they-
anywhere that she knows what time it is, right? Like she's kind of like, I was only in there for 5 minutes or whatever. Like she
Well, the
doesn't ever
phone
say
got teleported
at
with her,
this
so the
time.
time on the phone would. I don't know. Because
would instantly update when she comes back. Yeah.
Matt, as you have pointed out, you can't be nitpicking the details of this.
Like
You can't
4
be
out of 5.
expected to.
And
remember-
Four out,
wave.
of five, 4 out of 5 issues are time travel plots. We did this to ourselves, right?
You can't remember that cell phones would auto update on the network when it comes
You
back.
could easily just not be on her phone in that paddle. Or the
No,
whole
no,
thing.
no,
I have
she
no
needs to be on the
problems.
Also, can we just discuss real quick? This is kind of a side tangent, and maybe I don't know, but is Black Cat being Harley Quinn? Is she being like was a bad guy now good guy thing?
Black Cat's
Hasn't
on
it
and
always
off,
been Black
on and
Cat's
off,
thing?
yeah. Yeah, Black
Okay.
Cat's like anti-hero most of the time. Like,
Flirting with a teenage Peter Parker, that kind of stuff. You know.
The usual. This
The
is a
usual.
Thursday.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is
yeah.
just a Thursday. Okay, I didn't know. I was just like, as I'm reading this, I was like,
She's like an anti-hero kind of thing.
She's very much Spider-Man's Catwoman. So for her to be good and then bad and then bad and then good and then good and then bad is like it's part of the deal.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, I was just wondering. I didn't know if this was going to be the next like I said, the Harley Quinn thing.
I also think only Ultimate Black Cat has hit on a teenage Peter Parker, Pat. I think Main Universe Black Cat has only hit on an adult Peter Parker.
Okay, well,
so
I didn't get the previously on, all right? I just know.
Well, I just want to make it so that we don't get letters later. It's not on you.
Okay.
It's on Marvel.
Black Cat. Kittens, the black kittens.
There's a lot of, like, honestly, Pat, you say that, like, she's kept a lot of ongoing series going for longer than you would think because the fan base is strong. So
okay. I mean, the interactions I know are from like the video games where she shows up and then flirts with Peter, who is definitely underage at the time, but whatever. Yeah. I don't know. This issue was okay. It felt really low stakes, and like the fact that Sue wasn't really all in sort of didn't like if she wasn't really into it, I wasn't really into it kind of thing. I don't know.
I kind of enjoyed that Sue hates Felicia Hardy, honestly. I was like, yeah, I get that. That makes sense.
Truly, the same face syndrome in this, I think, is what really like did it in for me. It's like I can't. It's so
all three
bad.
Of them. Really?
All three of them.
Yeah. Yeah, like Pat, I will when I do the notes for this one grab the panels that you've recolored from your
it's
notes.
Just here,
like,
yeah, I'll post it in chat for Tyler real quick. But yeah, Sue, Felicia, only difference is the hair color, and then Alicia, which I was saying to Matt, it's really unfortunate those characters have Alicia and Felicia's names, but they all look so much alike in this. It's crazy. I got confused about who was. It did feel like a joke when they were talking in the prison, and they're both holding black phones up to the same side of their face, and they're cutting back and forth. It's just like, literally, you just changed the hair color of these two women.
And it doesn't help that, in addition to doing same face, like Humberto Ramos can't decide whose hair is what length at what time. Like Sue's hair has been all over the place up to this point. We really didn't talk about it because I figured I'd just sneak it in here. Whereas like she had long hair and then she had short hair and then she had long hair again. It's like, what's going on?
I mean, she could bend light to have her hair be whatever length she needs it to be.
I mean, honestly, that's true. So maybe I'm the dummy. Maybe this is just all part of her powers.
It's so strange because there is another female character, the black security guard that Sue talks to. She looks different. She has a different facial structure. You can do it. Why didn't you do it? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, he has a strange, like, this is what an attractive main female character needs to look like. I don't know what's going on. Like, come on.
Yeah, and this has been true of, like, because Ramos is, like, a known, like, Marvel, especially artist, and, like, this has been true for a while, so, like, this is not a, I don't know, this is not a thing that has improved over time. It is a known criticism, but I definitely, like, I was talking to my wife about this, is like, I'm so used to it, I didn't even, like, peg it on this read, but I'm glad you called it out, actually, because it's worth calling out, like, how interchangeable a lot of these women's faces and builds are throughout this.
They all have such huge lips. It's like, okay, they can't all look like it anyways. So that took me out of the story before even just getting into, like, the buildup is sort of interesting. The mystery was going someplace. I really didn't like how it was solved. I didn't like the conclusion.
That's kind of what I was talking about earlier. I know the stakes in number 4 were higher because it was like this hidden dog, like the horror stakes were higher. Mm-hmm. This one was the only one that felt like, to me, where they didn't really know what she was like trying to fix. Like, it was that's what I mean, where this one had a little bit more figuring out to do. Where like, but again, same problem as issue number 1, where there's one person here. Like the Fantastic Four are not even in this. It's just Sue, which again, fine. She deserves her time in the spotlight. I'm not saying she doesn't, but like, we're just gonna separate them again. Like, that's that's what we're gonna do. I thought this
They
was
had to go
supposed to be
fishing in the negative zone. It happens.
yeah. I guess. And I guess when you plan the trip into a weird time and space thing that has nothing to do with anything. Yeah, sure. But yeah, I just thought I thought this one at least was kind of like they actually have to solve a problem here that they had to use some like not necessarily like over the top science or magic or anything like that. Like it was basically like
But it sort of was at the end.
at the end it was, but like to get there they used normal like okay, let's put the puzzle pieces together and then let's find out if this is what it is. And ta-da, yeah, it turned out to be this time gun
I just
thing.
Yeah,
but,
I hate I really enjoy good mysteries in media. Like when you're watching a show or reading a mystery, I really, really appreciate when the author shows you everything, so it allows the reader to actually solve it if they're paying attention to the details and stuff. You could put it together and you could figure it out. I hate when it does this kind of shit where it's like, oh, was I supposed to know that?
That's on you for
there's-
not thinking of Kang the
I
Conqueror's
didn't
time
realize
gun.
yeah, there was Kang time weaponry random in the city. Like, I don't know. Could there have been like a news report in the beginning that's mentioned
some
like
sort
there
of
was a
hint that
cleanup,
something that's,
something
like,
that
happening,
hinted
yeah.
that this was in the this could like.
Yeah.
I hate that out of nowhere we get broken Kang time weaponry. That's what like when Alicia talked to their clock on the wall, Sue's like, I got it.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Uh,
Now I'm gonna say I didn't say it was the perfect way to do it. It was just the way that they kind of did it. But again, this also goes back to Matt's point earlier, where everybody's brilliant in this. Like everyone knows exactly the solution to everything. So there was no like, oh yes, of course. It was click. Yep, here we go. That's the answer. Even though it took a little bit longer for her to get there than Johnny Storm going, oh yeah, I'm before oxygen's a thing. Better go find some rust. Like it was
like
It's
instead
just
of a
they
fishing
dragged it out
trip,
a little bit
maybe
longer.
they could have gone like the other team could be on like cleanup duty of these random tech that's been spread throughout like cleaning out the black markets of this like something to give like oh this exists in the universe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, again, bold choice in 4 out of 5 issues of your relaunched Fantastic Four
For
series to be
time.
like, time travel is what we're gonna do.
And 2 out of them to not have the full Fantastic Four.
Sure. Yeah.
It's weird. Just weird. But you got a Spider-Man villain who's pretty popular in there.
Well, yeah, it is strange because they're obviously like this is the female focused. Like this is the Sue and Alicia and Felicia together in a mystery, and they're going to solve it. It is mostly Sue, but whatever. But then again, he makes them all look the same. Like if you're going to do like women power, like they can do stuff. Why then make them like you undercut it by not? Ugh, it makes no sense. It's just confusing. That's what it is.
I enjoyed the hangout vibes aspect of the issue, actually. So, like, I will say that in its defense of, like, things that I enjoyed. Like, I enjoyed Sue and Felicia talking. I enjoyed Alicia and Sue talking. I enjoyed the last bit where they were all getting together because Alicia
Vegas or whatever it is.
has
Yeah.
like convinced Sue to give Black Cat a chance. So like the vibes of it, I enjoyed. The mystery plot, if I like Tyler was saying, like if I got this one in my monthly single issues, I'd read it, and be like, oh yeah, that was enjoyable, and I'd be ready for the next one.
Yep. Yep. And then of course there's Free Comic Book Day comic.
Which I was fine with. It was just like a cute story. These cute alien kids accidentally summon or actually built a summon that works during their sleepover.
I thought it was fun. I really did.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny. And what I like most about it, and this is gonna sound ridiculous, but I have never ever gotten one of the free comics for Free Comic Book Day. Most of the time on Free Comic Book Day, I am too busy betting on horses because it's also Derby Day. So I've either been at a horse track or at work the past couple of years. But for the most part, watching TV and spending money on much less important things than comic books, but trying to retire at some point sooner rather than later. It's called gambling, kids. Don't do it. Just kidding. Do it responsibly. It's fun. Anyways,
That's
So I've
not
never-
that's not the take of the podcast as a
Yeah.
whole. So put that out there.
yeah. Gambling not actually endorsed by those on Waiting on the Trade. It's fine. There you go.
The views
Put
and
that out
opinions expressed herein are not the opinion of Waiting on the
Unless
Train.
your time engine is in working condition, then go for it. It's
there. Yeah, if your
great.
time engine's working all the time.
They can't
yeah.
stop me.
Yeah. Just reset that save file and bet on the winner.
Yeah.
But I think this is a great free comic book. I think this is just silly enough. I think it's just it gives each of the Fantastic Four a little bit of a time to shine. I think this would be great. Like if I was a young kid looking to get into comics, the art is fun. The colors are bright and vibrant, and it's low stakes, and it's also got some humor in it. It's very family friendly. Like I liked this as a free comic. If this was going to be something that I picked up as a young kid, even as an adult, I'm like, you know what? This isn't bad. There could be worse, and it actually fits in with the other two books that are in here, where it's one and done, super quick. They solved the problem with zero backstory whatsoever. It fits the mold very well. I was a fan. I was a fan of this. It was almost the highlight of the whole damn thing.
Well, it answers a lot of your criticisms, actually. And, like, I'm going to circle back to an idea I have, so don't let me forget. But, like, the main one that you've had, Tyler, is, like, the Fantastic Four are not together being the Fantastic Four in, like, 4 out of 5 issues of this thing up to this point, arguably. Yeah. I think arguably there. But, like, this one's got all the Fantastic Four in it. It's got them all. They all even get a chance to, like, have a caption box. I don't think we've even seen the Thing's caption box up to now, because I don't remember seeing this orange Rocky style caption box. Like,
that's the first one you get to see of that.
So, like, this one, it's got them all in it. They all do their things. They introduce each other with names. Like, this is... Okay, I brought myself around to my point already. This should be the first chapter of the book in the collected edition.
Yeah, this one would work too. In fact, it'd be better than the Jelly Bean one, because it does set up who they are and what they do, and
the kids aren't in it though.
Who cares? The kids are barely in the other ones. We don't even know at least one of their names still. We talked about the entire book.
It's true. Who is Stu and Reed's daughter's name? I don't know.
Oh, I wasn't even thinking about Valeria, because I know Valeria's name.
What?
Yeah,
Valeria? No, that's from Game of Thrones, right?
I think Val's name is said. I don't think Franklin's name is ever said. Potentially, maybe in the
Franklin
Alicia
is
one.
said.
Okay, well then
I think it's both hinted. Yeah,
I think we've hit them all at some point during the book.
I never saw Valeria. I'm gonna say it's not in there.
I think it is because she wants to
Val?
go with them to fight Doom. Yeah.
yeah.
Maybe they
think
called
that's
her
where it
Val
is.
and I missed it.
Yeah.
But also this one just does like a good example, like the page where they're looking down at the teleporter that he put together, right? And Reed's explaining what it is. Johnny's going, cool, how about layman's terms?
Well, I'm dumb,
then,
which is what I'm supposed to be.
yeah, like he's an idiot, right? And then Sue being like, yeah, here's what he means. And then Ben kind of having that realization of, wait, this could be bad. Like this could be a problem. And of course it turns out to be a problem. But like each one of them have their moment with the Thing, not the Thing. Damn it. I did it. I knew it was going to happen at some point, and it took a while.
First, so you're fine.
Yeah. But they each have their moment with the problem, right? The issue that they are suddenly faced with. And they all have a take on it, where before it was just, oh yeah, this is fixed because XYZ. This is more, oh, this could be a problem. Well, what is the problem? And, well, here's what could be the problem. because it's a problem. You know, like what I mean? And then it turns into, oh boy, we got to fight some stuff, and it's fun, right? Like you got everybody doing something with their powers to fight off these weird aliens. I really liked it. I was a fan of it, and just I thought it was a good way to end this, even though it should have been, like you said, the way they started it.
Yeah, it's a solid little intro to all of them, what their deals are, what they do, like, and then also overall what like how and what the Fantastic Four are about. Because like at the end, it's like, hey, we're going to come back and like talk to these kids and explore this because like that's what the Fantastic Four do. Like they're weirdo explorers. Like they're
Yeah.
not so much the like beat you up superheroes. They're the weird science superheroes.
Yeah, I also like how they sent Ben Grimm as the disappointed father.
Well, I mean, that's the correct choice, right? Like,
Yeah.
if you're gonna send anyone to go talk to some, like, space teens, I guess, I don't know,
Yeah.
like, I would send Ben Grimm.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, any closing thoughts on this volume of Fantastic Four before we move on to recommendations?
It was okay.
Honestly, like, Pat, I feel like we have these discussions and like you come away from it like lower than I am. Like as much as like I did enjoy this book, like I agree with everything on this one. Like I don't have anything like to say like, "Oh yeah, I'm going to go give this to someone right now" because it's the very like it's issue 34 of a run and it's trying to be volume 1. It shouldn't be trying that. It's just like asking it to do too many things and it's going to inevitably fail in trying to do those. So I think it's telling that the issues we found most successful are the ones where it like reverted back to just being the book it was in the first place.
Yeah, it makes me want to go back and read the stuff that came before, which is good. But at the same time, it's
The way it did it is not great.
yeah, exactly. It's disappointing on how I got there. Like, and especially as somebody who's been out of the monthly comic game for a long time now, like if this was me trying to get back into monthly comics, this wouldn't have worked. It would not have done it. Like I would have been like, "Oh, this is what we're doing now," where it's like these weird crossover events. It's like I don't know that this would have bought me in like some of the other ones that we've done in the past, where it's okay if we're gonna sell or if we're gonna tell a 5-issue long story, let's tell a 5-issue long story. Where this one was like, we're gonna tell a 5-issue long story in 3 issues, and we're just gonna cut it all out at the end.
Yeah,
because,
we're gonna start in the middle and not end at the end, and we're gonna
Yeah.
hand wave a bunch of time travel nonsense to get there. Yeah.
yeah, it just yeah. So I agree. I think it's okay. I think there's high points for sure. We certainly haven't dunked on it as much as we have other stuff I've
I was
picked.
gonna say, there's no ring of fire.
It's no Ring of Fire. It's no Original Sin. You know, like it's all right. It's Ghost Rider by Jason Aaron. You know, like it's good at points. It's fun. Yeah. But like the art is good. The colors are fun. Like there's enough of it to keep people hooked, but yeah, I think okay is the best grade I would give it to.
Yeah, if we do another ranking episode, like this is gonna be probably a solid C, maybe lower than that. We'll see how we go. We'll see
Which,
how
honestly,
we feel that day.
Is pretty good for one of my picks. That's high praise for one of my picks.
All right, so I think I will actually go first for recommendations now that we've gotten into this because like it dovetails pretty nicely from the conversation we were having of like, if you're gonna get into a Fantastic Four run, that's probably not the place to start. I'm not gonna actually recommend like the start of the Ryan North run either, because like I like that, but again, I think it does kind of the thing Tyler was talking about where it splits the Fantastic Four up for a while, and I understand why, but like to me that was also a little bit of a weird decision. Again, the run is good. It like if you did like this, you probably should go back and start reading it. My real recommendation though is the Mark Waid, Mike Warigno Fantastic Four run, which starts with an issue that was I think 10 cents. Like it's a 10-cent issue to try to get people to jump in. It's from a year I don't remember because I'm old and it's old, but it's a very good starter issue. It like very deftly introduces the Fantastic Four and their deal. It's got a very famous like Reed Richards explaining like why he called himself Mr. Fantastic in a way that makes him seem like not a dick at the end of it. And then from there, it jumps in very nicely to like eventually a big Doctor Doom story where Doctor Doom is also doing magic stuff, creepy, scary stuff, and like another very memorable Doom issue that I'm not going to spoil here, but like it's a focus on him issue, like from his point of view. And the end of it is so very Doom, like what he actually wants and what he does to get it. It's a great run. Like the Wade Warigno run is very good, and it is a better jumping on point for the types of Fantastic Four stories that I think we were all kind of looking for from this one. So that would be my recommendation.
So my recommendation, this is going to shock everybody. It's Guardians of the Galaxy. No, it's Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 Grootfall, which is the one we did not pick.
Oh no.
Yeah, weird, huh? Yeah. And I haven't read it yet, to be honest, but it did strike my interest when we were trying to decide on which one to do. So maybe it's good, maybe it's not. I don't know, but why not?
So I will say I want to cover that one very quickly because I did read at least the first half of that run, something like that, before I lost my access to Multiversity's review copies. I think is where I fell off of that. But like, I will say I enjoyed that run. I think it did a lot of cool, interesting things. I think it also suffers from the same problem of like trying to jump you into the middle of a story and like not quite getting you up to. And part of it's supposed to be like it's a mystery of what happened to Groot and I think Rocket also at the start. So like part of it's on purpose, but like it very much is doing that Marvel #1 thing of not being a #1. And like I think it works as long as you know everyone's deal, but like just want to throw that out there as a caution of like it might have some of the same problems.
If they like this one, then they'll like that one.
They'll like that one. Perfect.
I was gonna say this is the most on point recommendation I've actually ever done. Then that is,
it's at least not in the middle
true.
of a big crossover event. Like you'll get your answers to the thing in the comic itself, from what I remember. But
good.
Yeah, the total shot in the dark. But hey, yeah, why not? Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 Grootfall.
Nice. Yeah. This is my first like specific Fantastic Four comic, so I don't have any other ones to recommend. And the movies that I've watched are the old ones, and they're really not great, so I wouldn't watch those. I guess I would just direct people back to the Matt Fraction, David Hawkeye series, because man, was that real good Marvel superheroes. Yeah. Like they can do it. They have made really good superhero comics, and go and read that because it can happen. And maybe it'll happen again with Fantastic Four, but I don't think it was this one.
I still stand by that Hawkeye run. That got me back into comics. It was that good.
It's so good. Yeah. It's so good.
That and the Godbomb Thor Jason Aaron run. Those two comics at that time were money.
Back when Marvel knew how to make a new #1 inside of a new #1.
Yeah. Back when they knew what they were doing. Now they're just grasping at straws, it seems like. But
I guess the same era where Squirrel Girl got 3 #1 issues in the space of a year and a half. So, but you think Ryan North would be used to this? I don't know, man. Who knows? We talked about this one long enough.
But that'll way less dunking than other ones. So you know what?
It's true, I'm going to take again, this as a win. I think again, all of our opinions at the end of this is like, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. So listen, the fact that if anybody hates this after they read it, it's not my fault. It's both of your guys'
decided
fault.
It's Matt's fault. We determined
it's my fault. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, Matt's fault. So
it is my fault, but I think we got to have an interesting discussion as a result of it. So the needs of the podcast were met. The needs of us as readers, not so much.
The greater good.
Yeah.
Way to take one for the team.
Just thinking of you, listeners.
Way to take one for the team. I'm proud of you.
I think that will do it for this month's discussion of Fantastic Four Volume 1 the second. As always, if you want to get in touch with Pat or myself, you can email us at waitingonthetrade@gmail.com. You can also find more comics-related goodness, including our previous discussion of that very good Hawkeye run, which we discussed Volume 2 of, at mattreadscomics.com. Tyler, thanks for coming on. Sorry I led you into a direction where we talked about a comic that we all kind of were like, it's fine, but like, it was a good discussion at least, and always happy to have you.
Oh man, it was a lot of fun. I'm just happy that I didn't pick a total stinker on my return to picking, and I can't wait for the next one.